This video is just to update whoever's watching and to update, this channel. You know, I try to have as many videos as possible. Unfortunately, when we were living at Country Way, somebody was simulating us. Um, so I lost a significant, probably, I don't know, maybe 20 to 40 videos that we did there when we moved. Well, not when we moved, when we were forced out of an empty apartment, whether blessing or curse. But I do have to give credit to the lady that used to run that place. Apparently, I've heard through the grapevine that some of the people that assaulted me, and apparently a group of, I don't have a problem with other religions, even new religions like the Hebrew Israelites. But the problem is that so many of them are involved in bad stuff. It makes me their adversary. But now the ones that don't want to be involved with the bad stuff, I encourage them, hey, form your own leadership. Who cares if some of the bad people, may have connections with rabbis in Israel? Who cares? Eventually the chief rabbinate will catch on, and the chaff will be sorted. But that being said, I encourage people to find their own way, their own path. But that being said, some of the people from Country Way who assaulted me and their friends apparently wished ill will on my daughter and I. And besides the assault, vandalizing the car, peeing in our air conditioner hose. We have a portable air conditioner that has a hose that goes to a vent that blows out the door, like millions of other Americans. Well, this hose kind of dips, when your portable is, sitting in front of the window. Well, some of the people who assaulted me decided to urinate in it. And so we had to sanitize it and bleach it. I caught him. And I will never forgive for that. I think he's a dirty, disgusting human being. And whatever his past is, if he was in jail, he should have never been let out. But I caught him. I walked downstairs one morning. It was a Saturday morning, I remember. And all of a sudden, I heard somebody quickly leave the grass by our window. And I heard the footsteps, shoes going on that could have been chilelas, sandals, or no, I think it was something like that. Could have been tennis shoes, I guess, cheap ones. But I heard the sound of the gravel, the gravel being ground against the cement of the porch. And then their door quickly opened and closed. And the way that everything was timed, I know. Because when I walked up to the air conditioner, which I believe was turned off at that time or would have blown back in his face, I smelled the urine. And it was a fresh smell, and I know it was human urine. How can you tell? If you've been around animals in rescue and on a farm, you can tell the difference. Especially when somebody has some kind of medical problem where their urine has a specific odor, like a diabetic. It smells like sulfur or egg sometimes, with a sweet smell, almost like a foul berries, like spoiled berries. Or somebody that has a kidney problem and then it has another strong odor of ammonia. Anyway, there's, so I could tell. This was somebody with some kind of medical issue and probably dehydrated. And everything that I heard, I know that it was him. I have no doubt. I don't know if it was him or if it was... Well, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to appear to have problem with transgender or people who are queens. A queen belongs on a stage. That's my perspective. When people do that to try to get away with stuff by cross-dressing, I think it's disgusting. It reminds me of the Torah prohibition of how cursed and abomination it is for a man to dress and live as a woman. So get the surgery or get your head straight. That's what I would say. Even if I was a therapist, get the surgery or get your head straight. Or you want to cross dress, do it with your wife at home. But anyway, that being said, um, these people had some ill will for us, and they were planning something to try to, get the opportunity to cause our demise. That's what I heard through the grapevine. So I guess it's kind of a blessing what management did. They tried to do what only was in their focus of control, which was to get us out of there. But what they didn't know is some of these criminals who, for some reason, they're not being re-prosecuted. Some of these people should have never been let out of jail. They followed us here to our new place, which I've had plenty of videos out there. Autumn Ridge. Um, People who know us have to figure out which one. There's 4 Autumn Ridges in Michigan. No, 3. Anyway, 3 or 4. But that being said, there's also the Crossing Autumn Ridge, So there's a lot of stuff there. But that being said, once again, stuff is starting. People have come into our house. They're stealing my medicine. They are messing with our appliances, some of our filters and such. Let's see, there's some other stuff that we found that's tampered with or missing. But my concern is people are coming in here stealing my medicine. Or they could be tampering with it too. So that being said, evidently destroying our car is not enough. And this kind of black racism should not be tolerated. And again, I hold the black community accountable. Why are you not purging your community of racism that holds back progress in this country? Us, white people, Asians, mixed people, we have. And the amount of targeting that we have received makes me sick to my stomach, really. People who have grannies and gramps who have experienced stuff because of their skin color, they should find this nauseating. That being said, so people are doing stuff again. And then we can't forget how it really looks like there's a few people that live in here who apparently found a sympathetic ear with somebody that works at the VA trying to ruin my benefits, specifically the ones to get retraining or education so that I can go back to work in something that's not going to put me in the hospital and something that allows me to push myself without ruining my health. And there's some people that live in here that are involved in that. And the fact of the matter is, some of the people that work in here, they know it too. Some of our neighbors know it, and they're involved in it. This is the most unpatriotic garbage that somebody could ever do. Try to sabotage a veteran's benefits? Sabotage him earning an income? This is unpatriotic as all hell, and people should be held responsible.